All right. LDBC, it is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live with the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, folks, the devil has a face, but the devil has many, many faces. And I'm going to start this video off with that intro, okay? I'm going to start off that intro. And before I start the video, just an announcement. If you choose to troll, that's fine. You can disagree with me, okay? You disagree with me, cool. But if you disagree, and if the disagreement starts with an insult, I'm blocking the hell out of you, okay? And the comment ain't gonna be seen anyway, okay? No matter what you say, remember, for you trolls, I control what you say, and that's just the way that is. You know, folks, a suspect has been identified, okay? 30-year-old Ibrahim Yazid has been identified. When I started looking at this guy's background, like really looking at his background, I was really expecting some guy to be, uneducated, unintelligent. But no, this guy actually has a technical background. Okay, he went to college. Okay, at an applied technical school. I mean, I would have never thought that. I just would have never thought it. But this guy has some technical background. He's got some educational background, and I started thinking, okay, what's the connection? So I kept going. This guy, and if you go back and really you Google his name and you look up like just the state of Alabama, do you know that the police are breaking up multiple prostitution rings? And you know that this guy on the left was involved in a prostitution sting. He was involved. Okay, and not only that, this guy was involved, okay? He beat up him and another lady named Jessie Ford, who they just don't want to talk about, who's a prostitute in Alabama, who was with him. They beat up a 77-year-old man in a hotel. Now, this is funny because, remember I told y'all about another story, okay? About another couple. They walked into a hotel in Alabama, and a 18-year-old Bailey Wall, she got killed. And that's another 18 to 22-year-old that's dead. Remember I told y'all about that story? See, there's a connection going on, guys. There's a connection going on in Alabama, okay? And I don't know if Bailey Wall was a part of the prostitution sting, but I know that this guy on the left and Jessie Ford, the woman he was with, okay, I know for a fact that these people were involved in this prostitution sting. There's something going on in Alabama, guys. There's something big going on in Alabama. And they're willing to kill and kidnap for this prostitution sting. Now, do I think Aniah Haley Blanchard is still alive? Guys, and just in my humble opinion, I don't think she is. I don't think she is, okay? They said that this guy was at the Chevron when Aniah Haley Blanchard went in there to, go get the chips, and I think she tried to get something. She got something to drink, chips and a drink. And they said he was in there. And they actually showed a picture of the car that he was in. And guess what? The paint color on his car is the exact same paint color that's on the side of her vehicle that was wrecked. So, what started going into my mind is that, when she went out there and she got in the car, I think they waited, man, and they went in there and they trapped her in. They trapped her in and somebody jumped into the car, okay, held her at gunpoint and drove off. And I think that this woman that the police really don't want to mention too much, Jessie Ford, I think she was an accomplice. Matter of fact, to me, it's kind of hard for one person to really do this by themselves, and it makes sense. I think this woman was an accomplice. I think this woman helped him do whatever he needed to her, okay? So they need to be investigating him and this woman named Jessie Ford. It just seems that way. Seems like that's who they need to be investigating. And the fact that this guy has been involved in other different things, and the fact that he was able to get out after beating up a 77-year-old man, I'm talking about beat him damn near to death, okay? He was able to get out of jail. And I'm sitting here like, really? He was able to get out of jail? Like, how did that happen? This guy posted a $28,000 bond. Now, people wonder, well, how would he afford something like that? Well, I mean, if this guy was involved in a prostitution sting, and if this guy was probably one of the leaders of that prostitution sting, that would make him a pimp. That really would pretty much technically make him a pimp. Yeah, I can see how he got a hold of getting out on bond. I can see how. And you still got people on his social media that's defending him. Like, you got people literally defending this guy. Like saying, well, we don't know that he did it. Wait till all the evidence come out. Well, I mean, this guy has a history of, robbing chevrons. He's got a history of it. Okay, it's true. Or he's got history at another chevron. Like, I don't know. Is it something about chevrons that this guy, loves so much? I mean, go figure. Go figure. But this guy was there. The police, they can ID him there. Okay, at the scene of the crime. They know he's a dangerous criminal. They know that he's kidnapped before, okay? So I don't even see how you couldn't even consider this to be your primary suspect. I don't know. And and see, the police, they're letting stuff go, information go bit by bit, which I think is stupid. I think they should have been released the suspect, because if you're saying that this man is dangerous, if you're saying that this guy is dangerous, then why wouldn't you tell people immediately? Because you never know, man. Somebody roll up on this dude, don't even know he's dangerous, and then wham, there he is, he kidnapped somebody else. But at least people know now that this guy's a kidnapper. That's what he do. How he back out of jail, and then, if I start really going in deep, I'm talking about if I go to the dark side of this, if I go to the legit dark side of this case, I'm going to lose some people. But I can tell you what, though, it's going to be some people come out in this case. He's not going to be the only one, man. I don't even think this guy's he's the mastermind behind this. I don't think he is. I think there's somebody else who masterminded this whole thing. Because remember I told you, this guy got away clean, man, without a trace. Except for that video surveillance camera. This guy got away clean. Clean. I hope they find this girl. And I hope they find her alive and well. I hope they do. But with the amount of prostitutes that's getting killed in Alabama, and I don't even think y'all researched that, man, but I'm telling y'all, with the amount of prostitutes that's being killed in Alabama, okay, it's a wonder they probably saw her and said, hey, you know what? She'd be good for our prostitution sting. Probably. Sex trafficking. Organ harvesting. People don't really want to believe that that's true. And if y'all don't believe that organ harvesting is true, then I need y'all to explain. I need y'all to explain that young man who was wrapped up in a wrestling mat. Okay? And then when his parents exhumed his body, he ain't had no organs in his body. I need y'all to explain that. How are we going to explain that? But there's somebody behind the scenes, And unfortunately, people, they're still not going to come out because of the reward. They're just not going to do it. Because, see, people don't want to deal with police, okay? They just don't. They don't want to deal with these guys. They don't want to, go down to their station, because the police, they just have a way of turning off the public. They just do. They got a way of turning the public off. And so the public just don't feel comfortable even going forward to the police. Because if you go and then they throw the bait at you, with this reward money, okay? Well, you're not going to even get the reward money, okay? You ain't going to get it. You're not going to get it because they're going to interrogate the hell out of you, and by the time they're done, you're going to be a suspect. Oh, well, how did you know all this information? What's your involvement? See? And ain't nobody got time for that. Maybe a few people might come forward now, seeing that this guy has, that he's on the run, and they're going to catch him. They're going to catch him soon. A guy like this can't stay underground for long, okay? They're going to find him. They're going to find him. They're going to find him alive, or they're going to find him dead. And if they catch up to him, or they may not take him in alive. They might not take him in alive. They're going to try to, so they can try to get him to tell where Aniah is. But for the most part, if he's armed and dangerous, this guy may not even be taken in alive. I mean, that's just real talk, okay? Dude might not get taken in alive. They might shoot him on sight. Who knows? But I tell you this, though. All the people saying that, sex trafficking and prostitution might be on to something. Might be on to something. Because Alabama, man, when I'm just looking and my mouth dropped open, I'm like, dang. Like, this is something that happens in little Alabama, sweet home Alabama. This is something that happens. Like, it's been going on for a while. And the police been trying to get to They've been trying to get to some closure, man, of trying to shut these rings down. They've been trying to, man. And, you know, you would think, like, you see the prostitution in the big old cities and the famous states like New York and California. Nah, man, right here in the South, boy, they're going crazy down there. But I hope now that this is going to give people a little bit more confidence, maybe to come forward. Okay, now that the police have their prime suspect, maybe somebody now can tell a story. Maybe.